Wait,
Um,
start. Wait. No one knows what's happening. There's a crazy storm right now, so Kyle's power went out. But coincidentally, I listened to a podcast called Stuff You Should Know. It's a great podcast, and they did one about the history of guitars.
mhm.
And that was just by coincidence. And then I
Yeah,
told Adriana about it today because I knew we were talking to Kyle today.
yeah,
And then she listened to it. So we're going to try to figure out how much we remember about the history of guitar development between Les Paul and Leo Fender.
okay. That sounds, yeah, okay, that's exciting. I can do
Can we
that.
do that?
We can do that. Let's get into it. All right.
Okay, so there were guitars, like
There were
acoustic
guitars
guitars.
dating back to the 16th century. The first string instruments were found in
Guitars.
Spain.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why they were called the
okay.
acoustic guitars. They're called Spanish
So we're
guitars,
going
apparently. Yeah,
for a deep dive.
deep dive.
There's these Spanish guitars, and they are acoustic, so they are not amplified by anything. Um, and when you try to amplify an acoustic guitar, the resonance of the guitar body creates a lot of noise, I
Yeah,
think.
it kind
And
of just
so it,
becomes a perpetual sustain rather than a,
yeah.
but it's like a vibration. Yeah.
But then some people were like, yeah, let's figure that out. It was Leo Fender.
Leo Fender, who wasn't a musician, but rather an engineer.
Right. Yeah. He would
Yeah,
tinker with stuff.
he
He was
tinkered.
bad at me. And he had like a whole lot of accidents.
Yeah, he lost his eye when he was 7 when he fell off his father's vegetable truck.
I think he went deaf in one ear when he had his ear pressed up against a speaker listening for a hiss and
That
someone
was,
like hit a guitar.
oh shit, that's not good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that happened. They had the speaker turned the whole way up.
Oh
And
my god.
he was like, don't make any noise. And then the guy like bumped into a guitar or something. Yeah. So he went deaf in
Oh,
one ear. Yeah. So
damn.
this guy like really had it bad.
Yeah.
But he made great guitars because he was a great tinkerer. Same time, somewhere else in the world, there's this guy.
Les Paul.
Oh yeah.
I don't think his name was
I've been
actually
saying
Les Paul, though.
I've been saying Gibson. Or thinking
Well,
Gibson.
Gibson
But that's
is who
because
signed
they
him on after, because Gibson was originally the
yeah.
acoustic guitar maker. And at first they laughed at him.
Right.
And it wasn't until he
Yes.
brought another buddy to pitch it that they're like, okay. Gibson and Epiphone. Because he created, I think it was the log, and
Uh,
then the log contained an Epiphone piece. I forget which part of the prototype it was Epiphone, but it wasn't all handmade. There was an Epiphone neck or something. I want to say, and when he brought that originally, pitched it, Epiphone and Gibson laughed.
what is the log?
The log. Let me find my notes on it. The log,
I think the log
1939.
is
Les Paul, a 4x4 piece of pine, an Epiphone neck, 2 handmade pickups, and a vibrato tailpiece. Gibson and
literally
Epiphone referred to it as a broomstick with pickups.
yeah, literally a log.
Yeah.
Turns out
Yeah.
with proper pickups, which are like magical electronic bits that capture the sound of the strings.
It's the best way of putting it.
I think it's wizardry.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the best bit.
Yeah, all the way back to the 1600s when someone was like,
No, 16th century, which was the 1500s.
oh, 1500s, pardon me.
So
Someone
sorry.
was like,
I really came in
if I
hot
pull
there.
this,
The acoustic guitar came out in the 1800s. All right. And then the
okay.
electrical guitar, 1890. And it
Do
was
you
the
know?
first,
Oh, never mind. Sorry. Go on.
it was the first attempt at electrifying a fretted string instrument. And
What year?
in 1890.
And that was a lap guitar, right? Or
I
something
want
like
to
a
say
steel lap
yes.
guitar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So like the first like truly electric guitar, because like it's not a guitar in the same sense. It's a guitar like kind of on a technicality, a lap guitar.
calling a horse and carriage a car. It's like the principle of a car, but it's a horse and a carriage.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. They're on the same journey, but
I got
slightly
more
different
notes.
paths.
So yeah, and that's where I got the concept of an infinite sustain, because it was that first attempt at electrifying an acoustic guitar in 1890 that was failed. He didn't amplify anything through a speaker. He just got an infinite, like perpetual vibration. And so it was like the concept of the sustain pedal, essentially. And then, yeah, 1931, The Frying Pan by George Beauchamp. There's a Rickenbacker Electro-Hawaiian guitar prototype.
I think that's what I was trying to describe. I think that's why it was called the frying pan.
Yeah.
It's like a steel, making a bowl shape with my hand. For anyone who's just listening. Rickenbacker.
Rickenbacker Electro-Hawaiian guitar prototype.
Yeah. So you could amplify your luau, the log, which was literally a log made by.
It wasn't literally a log. It's not like he
Paul.
had to go to a swamp, kick some frogs off of it, and carry it home.
No, he built a log around it. There's photos of him pulling it apart.
Yeah.
It looked like a log.
It looked like a log, but it wasn't a log.
Made of wood.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't a log from a tree.
So, have you ever seen the video of Bob Dylan getting booed when he first plays the electric guitar? Do you want to see it?
Oh, sure. Can you share it?
Hell yes, I can. Hell yes, I can.
Fancy.
We are sharing. How do I get to my bookmarks? How does anything work? Are you having as much fun as I am?
Yes, this is a roller coaster.
And you can hear the mixed reaction.
Yeah. People hate him.
But if you go through, if you go through the comments, precisely, Dylan said he electrified one half of his audience and electrocuted the other. One of the greatest moments in music. The crowd didn't know what just happened, even though they had witnessed it. Most of the kids that booed years later probably told their friends they were the only ones cheering.
That's that's how people work.
Yeah, so again, definite mixed reviews. This is the first prototype by George Breed, the one from 1890, that was just the one that had that infinite sustain. And, I don't really trust this, because do you really think it would be that prestigious in 1890? Like, do you really think it would have, like, that looks pretty modern.
It's pretty modern. When does modern start for you?
I want to say like the Industrial Revolution, like 1902. So I guess it's only 10 years before.
Yeah, I know my brain does the same thing. Like 1800s, those people were like, settlers. I just think this George Breed, is a real dummy. What an idiot to not even make a working guitar.
Well, I mean, he had what he was working with at the time.
No, I'm being stupid. To have gotten that close is amazing. He created infinity with his guitar.
It never ends.
Yeah, some say that sustain is still going today. You listen close.
The Rickenbacker Electro. And this is what it looks like. Do you see that?
I do see that. That looks more like a banjo.
And that was the frying pan.
It really does look like a frying pan.
Yeah, because of that. And that's more so the modern, what we have today.
Clarence Fender.
Clarence L. Fender, the inventor. So his first name is Clarence Leo Fender. We're learning a lot here.
Yeah, I'm fascinated.
And we don't even play the guitar, so Are we gonna get sued? Because we're basically
Yeah.
just reiterating a podcast.
Yeah, probably. Like you gotta
We're
be very
just
careful.
we have
We're watching YouTube videos. That's not allowed.
no original content. Just
No original content at all.
well, that's the show, folks. It's been great seeing you,
Please
Matt.
don't tell your friends about this one.
Yeah.
Especially if they're prone to reporting people for
Don't use this one to recommend us with.
I'm this close to pooping my pants right now.
I don't know why you felt the need to discuss that with me. I didn't need to know about poop
Who
tubes.
brought up bathrooms?
Is that what friendship consists of now? Discussing poop tubes?
You brought it up.
I didn't bring it up. You're the first one who brought it up, and now I'm bringing it up again for camaraderie, sound bites.
Camaraderie sound bites. Yeah, well, that's why I
The
explained
atrium
myself.
and all. Pardon?
I'm pretty okay right now, if I'm being totally honest.
Are you?
It's primarily a morning problem.
Are you pregnant? I was seriously considering that.
I think I might be pregnant.
I think you might be. You have like serious morning sickness, so you might get that checked out.
Yeah, and I have felt kicking in my belly
Have you?
lately. Yeah.
I don't.
And my doctor said I'm 7 months pregnant.
Fucking doctor told me I had an Adam's apple.
I don't know enough about anatomy to know if that's actually insulting or if women just have
apple?
maybe women just tend to have
so,
less pronounced Adam's apples, but it's like
he said some women have
cords.
He said some women have more pronounced Adam's apples than other. Okay, no, but seriously, look at it. Apple.
You're on low resolution video. I have no idea.
Can you not see it?
There's no Adam's apple there. I don't see a single Adam's apple.
Just say no.
There's no Adam's apple. Don't worry about that.
All right, this is not WebMD.
Someone says, "Hey, you have an Adam's apple." Say, "Not from what I've heard, except for that one doctor."
Except for that one guy.
Yeah. Okay.
And scene.
I hope you have a wonderful evening.
Thanks. You too.